All right, let's talk about a really simple idea that can completely change how effective your communication is. It's a small shift, but it has a huge impact. You gotta stop talking to everyone the same way. I mean, think about it. The answer is a big no, right? Of course not. And the reason why you wouldn't, well, that's the key to everything we're about to cover. So let's actually break that down, the friend versus the boss scenario. Because this simple, everyday example is honestly the best way to understand a core marketing strategy. See? It's just instinct. With your friend, the language is casual, it's full of inside jokes and shorthand, it's built on a shared history. But with your boss, it's totally different, right? It's professional, it's to the point, and it respects a completely different type of relationship. You're doing this without even thinking about it. You're naturally segmenting your audience. Okay, so we get this in our personal lives. It's a no-brainer. But what happens when we switch over to the professional world, like with our email marketing? And this is where the big disconnect happens. We pour all this time and energy into building an email list, only to turn around and treat every single person on it as if they're the exact same person with the exact same interests. It's kind of like shouting one message into a really diverse crowd and just hoping it connects with somebody. Luckily, there is a much, much better way. This common sense approach, not talking to your boss like they're your best friend, it actually has a professional name. It's called segmentation. And it's really simple. All it means is that you stop looking at your audience as one big blob. Instead, you start grouping them into smaller, smarter buckets based on things they have in common. It's all about being intentional. So you might be asking, okay, why bother? What's the real payoff for all this effort? Well, it all comes down to the one thing every business, every creator wants: better results. It's a simple truth. When a message feels like it was written specifically for you, you're just infinitely more likely to act on it. And it doesn't matter if that conversion is a click or a reply or a sale. Relevance is what makes people take action. And the data doesn't lie. When you send a generic email blast to everyone, there's a pretty low ceiling on how effective it can be. But the second you start sending targeted messages to these segmented groups, boom, the effectiveness shoots way up. You're not just sending noise anymore. You're actually starting a relevant conversation. And here's the best part. You don't have to completely overhaul your entire strategy overnight. The whole idea is that these small, thoughtful adjustments in how you talk to people can lead to some seriously significant results. Okay, so hopefully you're on board. But the big question is, where do we even begin? How do you start creating these groups? Well, here are 3 really powerful ways to get started. First up, interests. What topics have they shown you they like? What have they clicked on? Second, behaviors. What actions have they actually taken? Did they visit a specific page or watch a certain video? And third, purchase history. This one is huge. Are they a first-time buyer or are they a long-time loyal customer? You'd talk to those 2 people very differently. Let's make this crystal clear with an example based on interests. Imagine one group of people always clicks on your fitness articles. Another group always clicks on your recipes. You're not going to send them the same email, right? The fitness folks get an email about new exercises. The meal planning folks get an email about quick recipes. It's the same brand, but 2 very different and dramatically more effective messages. Ultimately, this is more than just a marketing tactic. It's really a fundamental shift in your mindset. You're moving away from just broadcasting a generic message, and you're moving towards starting meaningful conversations. So if you only take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. This is the core principle. Before you hit send on anything, just ask yourself, who is this really for? And how can I make it feel like it was written just for them? So I'll leave you with this question. Forget all the complicated systems for just a minute. What is the one single, simplest way you could segment your audience right now, today? What's one little group you could pull out to send a more personal, more effective message to? That's it. That's your starting point.